So like you get what you get,
Fuck
or you
'em on the pod.
yeah.
Two dudes, Aaron and Austin, made a show. It's fucking awesome. If you like fun, then you know where to go. The Aaron and Austin Show.
Day.
I love
Are
this
we not,
party.
Aaron?
I love this party.
Well, I love this party too. Who we got
Let's
now?
go.
Blake Banks.
We
in the
got
house.
Blake Banks in the motherfucking house.
Fresh off the shores of the Mississippi River, right by Davenport, Iowa. You
I
already
love
know
it.
how we come in.
I love it, man.
And you guys are fresh off the fucking stage. Fresh off
off
killing
the
the
stage.
fucking stage.
Just
You guys
another-
opened the main stage today.
Just another
Motherfucking
day-
killed it.
Just another day at the office, dog.
That's what I'm talking about. How'd you like it out there? What about the stage they put together? They got
I
today?
love it, bro. This shit is a
That's a
huge
badass
production.
stage.
Yeah.
That's a badass stage.
This shit crazy. This shit's a huge production.
Man, it's real. It's real.
Bro, you did it again.
Oh, that's right. I'm holding his phone up.
Whoa.
She's the one keeps telling me to
Are we
move
good
it.
with the phone?
She's the one keeps telling me to move it because it's in her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the live
It's in
going.
her
Take some
production.
water.
All right,
Take some
all
water.
See, you keep getting
We
me
got
good.
Kiki right here.
You keep setting me up for failure.
All right, here we go. We got.
She's like, move that. I'm like, okay.
you can see
And
Kiki. It'll be better.
I've done it twice to him.
We're
Straight
at
up twice.
We're at the Aaron and Austin show here, and
Yeah.
Goddard, Kansas. At the
We're
MGM.
we're doing this podcast from a teepee, man. You ever?
A real live TP. I've never been in one. As
Really?
a white man, I was hesitant walking in this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It feels like a little bit of cultural appropriation, right?
Yeah. What are you guys? Are you guys native?
Yeah.
Anything?
Today.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
We'll
mostly
skip over that part.
Scottish. I'm
All right.
mostly
I
Scottish.
told, I told the security guards on the way over here we're headed to a teepee, and they thought I was high as hell.
Yeah.
They thought,
And then
"She's
they
drunk?"
saw the teepee.
And they were like, "Oh, you're serious?" Yeah. I also
Yeah.
told them a bad teepee joke on the way over here. They're like, "Oh, you got dad jokes." I was like, "Fuck you guys."
Can we hear the bad TP joke?
Okay, so there's this guy.
let's
I
go.
mean, I'm sure you
You-
heard it.
you
Like,
told me
No,
it,
no, we
but
gotta
I-
hear it.
It's
We
like-
gotta hear
let's
it.
go.
Hit
It's
with it.
trending news. I mean, it's this guy. He goes to a psychologist, and he's like, "Doc, I got a problem. I keep having these dreams. I'm having nightmares that I'm a teepee, and then I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee, and then I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee, and then I'm a wigwam." And the doc goes, "I know what's wrong with you." He's like, "What, doc? What? I can't sleep." He's like, "You're too tense."
Too tense. Yeah.
What?
What happens?
You're
You-
too
Too
tense.
You can't be too tense.
A
teepee
wigwam and a
wigwam.
teepee are
That's
two
a dad
tense.
joke as
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Well, that's what they said. Fuck
That
you
shit
guys.
went-
I'm
Hey,
not-
honestly, I like the joke because it's a pretty
It's
nice
cute.
setup punchline.
It's
It's
cute.
not too
It's
long. It's
good,
not too
good,
long.
it's good.
Yeah, all right.
It's not too long. That's a perfect setup punchline.
To walk to a TP, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
Light food.
so we go live at the lodge because teepee is actually kind of a derogatory term the white
Is
people
it?
gave to
Kiki's
Native
Oriental.
Americans. You know,
Oh my God,
just
he keeps calling me Oriental.
Almost pulled it.
the Native Americans call it their lodge, their home.
I love
their-
it.
Their thing.
Yeah, we got schooled.
We call it a teepee. White people call it a teepee.
I learned
So
something
I
new
say
every
live
day.
from the lodge. Yeah,
I
fair,
love that.
fair.
Live
That's like
from the
Fair
their,
enough.
they call
Live
them
from the
lodges.
TP.
Yeah.
We on
Live
we
from the lodge.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Live
We
from
say
the
whatever the fuck we want.
lodge.
Live
You're
from the
talking
lodge.
to Blake
So, hey,
Banks.
so give them a little bit of who you are.
My name's Blake Banks.
Yeah, man.
I grew up in Davenport, Iowa. Actually, right up the river from that.
Some
small
Quad
town called-
Cities?
Yes, Quad Cities. I was born in Davenport, Iowa. I lived there till I was about, I say like 6th grade. Then I moved up, or 8th grade. Then I moved to up the river by Clinton, Iowa, to Albany, Illinois, with my dad. So my mom was from Iowa, my dad was from Illinois. So I grew up committing felonies, hopping back and forth off the river, back and forth.
Happens.
What's the best thing you got away with?
The best, the best.
Well,
allegedly,
it hasn't been
allegedly.
7 years before you
Allegedly.
talk about it. We got to wait for that statute of limitations.
Shit's probably marrying
No,
me.
no, so-
That's probably
Yeah,
the
I brought
biggest
a
stunt he pulled
California
off.
girl right across the Mississippi, married her about a year ago.
About the smartest decision you ever
4th of
fucking
July,
made.
hell
That's what
yeah,
I'm
that
talking
was
about,
the
you know
best
what I mean?
pack that I ever brought
Dangerous
across
also.
the Mississippi River.
Keep his ass in line, don't she? Don't she? Look. Your best friend knows.
He says so. He says
That's
so.
Bigfoot.
That's Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's Bigfoot. That's our homie Bigfoot. He's on
You got to keep it. You got to keep a big man around. That's why I'm always around. Big man keep you straight. We ain't got no. Big man ain't got no objectives. We don't have to. We ain't got all that power struggle, weird short guy shit y'all deal with.
Hell yeah.
we just living life, being the big
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
right? Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. So how'd you get into music business, my man? What like you was
fucking-
skipping around Illinois? Did you? What?
I started making music when I was like fucking like 10, 11. I started writing raps.
All right.
I grew up listening to like Master P. Y'all remember Master P?
I
I
do,
do,
baby.
I do.
Make him say,
baby, shit. No,
All right,
not,
so-
dude, don't get me started with No
Yeah,
Limit
so
Soldiers,
I
baby.
seen that
I got
shit.
I got a tank necklace at
Bruh,
my house,
bruh.
baby. Don't.
Me too. Dead ass.
I do.
One-
Dead ass me too, bro. I ain't joking. I was cash money, No Limit hard.
So
both.
I grew up hard on
That's
that,
where you
and then like, so like that was like fucking when I was like 6 to like 8. You know what I'm saying? 10. I got into Cameron and shit like that.
Oh,
And then-
Cameron's
yeah,
killer. That's
then,
New,
like-
you moved over to New York shit.
Yeah, I'll never forget when I had a babysitter, like an older babysitter. I was like in like, I don't know what grade, like 4th or 5th grade, and Eminem, How My Name Is came on. So I was like 9, so 99. You know what I'm saying? 99.
How old are you now?
I'm 34.
Yeah, I was about to say you're about 10 years younger.
Yeah,
than me.
yeah.
That's what it feels like.
So 99, that shit came out, and I looked at my babysitter, and she was like, "You ain't heard this shit?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
that should have wrapped your mind around.
yeah,
some shit.
and it was like finally, because I had been fucking with like the Master P shit, and like I finally found like somebody, because there was like Vanilla
that's-
Ice and shit like that in Everlast, but I didn't know about it because it wasn't like on MTV anymore. So like when I seen like Eminem, I was like, damn, like a white dude like me, and he was like talking about getting the Spice Girls pregnant and like doing all
well, and
this wild
his
shit.
complex syllables made it
Yeah,
easy.
and it was like mad
It's a love.
catchy to like a 9-year-old, like, you know what I mean? Especially when I was just coming off listening to No Limit. Like I was like No Limit, like Cain and Abel, Mystical.
Oh,
like,
Mystical
like
forever, baby.
I didn't know Silk the Shocker,
Yeah.
like all these dudes. Like I didn't know that like white dudes rap, but I wanted to be a
Well,
white rapper.
and you didn't
like
know-
you know what
that
I'm
was
saying?
real.
Like,
Well,
so
and the cadence that Eminem came out with was so different.
I was literally 9 years old. I was
Yeah.
watching wrestling and
See,
Eminem came out.
I'm
So it was
about
crazy.
16 at that time.
Yeah.
So,
it-
I felt you. I felt the same.
Yeah,
like
it
you're
was-
like, wow.
And I was like, damn. So I fucking started writing like lyrics and shit like that. Then by the time I was like fucking like they made like Fruity Loops. All right, so listen, like technology is evolving. So if
Yeah,
we're going
yeah.
from dial up.
So you making beats on Fruity Loops?
Hey,
So-
can I
so-
already give you some props?
Yeah.
That an artist like that made you start writing is magic to me. I love that about you.
Yeah,
That you saw somebody that was writing great, and you're like, man, I got to write too.
And I just
I
didn't
love
know-
that- I
and then
love
I found
that about
then
artists.
Eminem dropped and my babysitter showed me and I was like, this is what a white guy doing this shit. Cause
Damn.
like I would see like Lil White in like the back of the Source and shit like that. Around the same time you would see
There
Lil
was no
White.
role model.
But-
There was
but
no role model
yeah.
for
There
white
was,
hip-hop.
but Vanilla Ice had already like came and gone,
And that's not real
You know what I mean?
either.
Everlast,
And that wasn't
Everlast
real.
was already dropping what it's like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
like if you remember what it was like to be
I have,
nine
no,
in
I have that whole
1999.
album. I have
That
that
was
whole
a pretty.
album and
That
saw
was a
him.
pretty
The-
slow spit.
Well,
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
But
yeah.
the whole album is not the way. That's Whitey Ford
Bro,
Sings
that,
the Blues.
that
is the
shit
name
is
of that
classic.
album.
That shit is classic. That
That-
Everlast shit, I
yeah, it's
love
called Whitey
Everlast.
Ford Sings the Blues is
Bro,
the name
it's
of that album.
classic. You go
And-
back and listen to that to it
Yeah.
now, it's like no skips.
Well, he
bro.
comes from
yeah.
the Jump Around dudes from
House of Pain.
House
Shout out
of
to my
Pain.
homie DJ Lethal.
From House of
so when
Pain.
I first got
Yeah.
signed in LA, they took me. They were like, "You got to meet some producers and all that shit." They took me to DJ Lethal, and me and him linked up. Like,
I always heard he was a good dude.
dude, so cool. Like I would spend nights
when
hanging
you
out with
work
him,
with
working
a bunch
on
of
beats.
artists, it's obvious that you're probably
Yeah.
a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
Because when a lot of people want to fuck with you,
Yep.
like you usually means you're good fucking
Yep,
dude.
and that's how I met R.I.P. Shifty, like Devontae West from Jodeci.
So
all
is
in
that
the
how
same
kind of
clique.
created your sound a little bit that way?
Not really, because I grew up in the Midwest, so I grew up listening to Sawyer Brown when I was a kid. So like that's like 90s
Oh, yeah,
country.
yeah.
So then imagine like 9, I got introduced to Eminem, 9 years old. So I grew up on country till not like 8, 9 years old. So
So-
imagine what my music sounds like when you put Eminem
Well, you
and
found a
all
good
the
way to
rap.
mash it.
I tour with the Far Side. I know my hip hop shit when it comes down to it. Like you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know,
Like
to me, when I hear that, it means you know how to write.
yeah.
Because lyrically, writing with hip hop people is tougher than
I mean-
writing with like a rock band.
As a
now,
six-
writing
Yeah.
songs with some other rock bands and keeping up with how great their guitars are, a different thing. But when you write good, keeping up with a hip hop band ain't easy.
Yeah,
That's- I
and
mean,
like as a 16-year-old kid, I was touring with acts like Brother Ali, Mac Lethal, Atmosphere, and
Damn,
shit.
you got to
like,
deal with some.
like Immoral
Oh,
Technique,
man.
like learning how to like
So
figure
you're-
this shit out.
so you're
but
fucking-
I didn't have it all figured out. I was just like,
Your
I was,
fucking
I was
agent
so
was the
in
shit.
it. No, I didn't have no agent. It was me.
How'd you get all that?
Yeah,
How'd you
that's
get in all that?
Me with a fucking computer. Like I think my dad bought me a computer when I was like 12 years old. Like Merry
Shout out to your
Christmas.
dad.
yeah.
Right,
But
shout
like,
out.
but my
Yeah,
dad,
shout
I
out
grew
to
up
your
like
pops.
I grew up. My dad does music, right? So I watched him.
So he was a big inspiration.
Yeah, I watched him doing the
You got a
hustle.
great dad.
I watched him doing the hustle and shit like that, but he would never wish this life upon me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy
He hoped
doing
you
this
would do
shit.
it though.
Yeah,
He hoped-
Yeah, he
I
was
get
never
that.
like, do this shit. I'll help you here. Like, and there was no friends. There
There's
was no
no easy
nothing.
way.
There was no nothing.
None of that.
Yeah,
I
just
get
like
that.
you guys know, making a song, making a show, making content. There's no formula for viral. You don't know what will hit and what
you just
won't.
gotta get in the studio every
Well, you
time
just
and try to
do
make
it.
some hot
Just do
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Do what you like and hope that
You
people
have to
like
do
it too.
you and
And-
hope
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
and
And
the
that's
more
how you love it.
authentic, the more authentic you are to yourself, the
That's
more
the
people
real- that-
gravitate
that's the
towards
real
you.
part.
You know
That's
Do
what I'm
the
what
saying?
real
you
part.
like. Do it for you.
Yeah.
Do it for you, and honestly, it plays through better than I've seen it any other way play through.
Facts.
So it really has.
So it seems to be working for you. It seems to be working.
I mean,
very
yeah,
well.
it's working for me. Like, there
Yeah.
was like a long period of time where I was jaded with the game. Like, so I got signed at 21.
Early, you got something young.
You got signed young and moved out to LA. I didn't have shit. I was sleeping on couches, all that shit. I
that's
moved
how
out to LA. I was sleeping on floors. Got a record deal. Worked for a year. The shit fell through. The record label
So
ran
now
out
you're
of money.
stuck with a place
So,
that you
so,
don't
so
get-
now, I'm
Yeah.
like out in Cali. I can't let everybody down and
Yeah,
fucking go back
dude, that
home.
sucks, dude.
And fucking.
A
So
lot of
I-
artists get stuck in that weird spot.
Yeah. So fucking I had to figure it out and I started hustling like and that was like a natural thing to me because I was hustling back when I was younger. So I started hustling when I was out in LA and it made me jaded. Like I got all the money and shit, but I wasn't fulfilled like with my I say journey as a man, I guess. Like with
You
this
wasn't happy
music
with
shit.
what you was doing.
Yeah. Like I could have all the money in the world, but if this music shit ain't popping, like
If
don't
it
mean
ain't for
shit
you,
to me.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel you with that. You want to be doing like, especially when you're already making what you want to make, but you want to make it what makes for you.
Yeah. I remember
It
one
has
day
to
me
feel
and
right. It
Kiki,
has
me
to
and
feel
Kiki
right.
were laying in bed and she was like, I forget what'd you say. You remember?
What part?
She set you straight.
Yeah, I mean, I set me straight. Just like we just was like, all right,
I
like,
basically asked him like, if you know, are you
like I was
gonna-
miserable.
you
I
ever
was drinking
stop
cough
making
syrup,
music?
doing hella drugs
And
every
he
day.
said no. And I said, if no one ever listened to your songs, would you stop making music? He said, no, I make this for me.
That's
said-
that's it.
Every
Then-
day.
That's the one. That's
this
the part.
is-
That's the part that I give a fuck
This
about.
is what
right
we
there.
have to pursue with all of our hearts. Every ounce of energy that we have, I have to do this because I'm not going to sleep next to a man who doesn't feel fulfilled, or at least said we gave it our all. We did everything because at the end of the day, I'll work at McDonald's next to him. Fucking, I'll work down the street.
Yeah, ride or
fucking-
die. Ride or
you know
die.
what I mean? If
We
we
do what we
did
want,
everything,
but I
I'll
want you to be
sleep
happy.
on
I
the floor
want you
in
to
New
be happy,
Orleans.
yeah.
Fucking
And like
panhandling.
we had
I
money,
can't do
all that
nothing
shit.
else.
You know-
Like the thing is like
I won't do anything else.
can't do
I
it.
It just-
refuse
it
because
just
this
like-
is our. This is what we're meant to do.
What y'all probably here because of each other.
Yeah.
This is
Really?
how
I
we
mean,
met.
Yeah.
The music
I mean, she
brought us
booked my
together.
first show in Los Angeles, and that was the night that I got my first record deal. But we didn't get together for like 7 years later.
Really?
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and then when we did, it was like the timing was
So you
right.
y'all got a really interesting ride.
Yeah, because I was like
Mm-hmm.
done. I was like already had been through the ringer. I was like done, like being like,
It's brought you back a little bit, huh?
yeah, like
We were looking for each other. It was just, you know what I mean? We needed
That's-
something.
You
We
needed
needed
it.
it.
Y'all
I had
needed
done-
each other.
I had
Y'all
got-
needed each other.
I had
Y'all
got
needed
all
each
the
other.
young shit out of my system. You know what I'm saying? So I was like ready.
Well,
like,
you got through all the
you-
dumb shit.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
I already
yeah.
done wasted bottle service.
When
I
you
done-
ready-
I done-
yep, all that
when
shit.
I
you
done,
ready
all
to
that
go.
All that
bullshit.
shit, all
I
that
done
shit,
wasted all
yep.
my dumb
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
Wish
yeah.
I'd have had them
And then,
$10,000
yes,
back.
yes,
When-
bro.
when-
You know
when-
exactly how I feel.
When
Yeah.
you're ready to
Crazy.
go and you have this girl behind you.
I
now.
dude, I'm telling you,
This is good.
that fast money spends so fast. And
Yeah.
you're like, why did I do that dumb shit?
But
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it wasn't
dog.
fulfilling me with the fast money. No matter what, like I needed my music to be heard, and something inside me is like, and now that I do this, and like, yeah, I make less
You turned
than
the
than I
corner.
was trapping. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I make hella less than selling 100 pounds. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? In
man.
one get, like I'll tell you that shit right now. These kids probably need to hear that shit. Like,
Yeah, well,
but like, what feel
make
better?
it legitimate.
It's
What
true,
what
it's
feel
true.
better is like
You gonna get
fucking-
shot eventually. So.
Yeah, what feel better is these people rocking with me and fuck with my music. Like I can't express like how fucking like I never felt gratitude when a motherfucker bought weight off me or did none. But when I do this shit, it feel like fulfilling like
It's
as a
better.
person. Yeah.
It's better.
They're validating you at
It was
a core,
always
at
that
a
weed
core,
shit.
man.
That weed shit and hustling was always like a means to an end.
It's fast money spins slow.
Your
and
music.
and it always comes around fast. That's how my dad explained that to me when I was real young. That you can get that fast money, you can get that fake money, You can get that fake money with shit that you, and it doesn't mean always drugs or a hustle.
I know
but
my-
it's something you not really that you don't love.
Yeah.
There's fake money and fast money is something that you don't love, whatever it is. And when you find something,
It's just crazy.
whether it be when you're lucky, it's cool, something like music, and you're actually good at it. That's way
When-
cooler and funner.
When someone validates you on your music, that's
But it
huge.
hurt. I
That's
took a big hurt for a long time with the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a big, like it hurt. Like that shit's crazy.
Shit,
like
you
from-
All
spent,
right, all right.
you spent hundreds.
So what do you
I
say?
guarantee you
What do
spent
you
hundreds
say?
of
and
thousands
then
of dollars.
going to a
We invested.
t-shirt
You
and being
spent
like,
hundreds of
We
thousands of dollars to
invested.
get where you at right
yeah,
now.
yeah, like, and then
Invested.
looking at Kiki like, how much you make tonight in merch? And she like 400,
Invested.
500, like, and I'm like, damn.
No, I
shit.
would tell you.
So
just
so
like what we're
someone
doing.
took you for a deal.
We
Not took me
built
for a
this from
deal.
nothing.
Yeah, not-
for
huh?
nothing.
You got a wrong deal. You got a wrong
No,
deal.
I didn't get a wrong deal at all.
I
Thankful
know.
these guys ran out of money and let me out like skate free. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Okay,
never got a
okay.
wrong deal. I appreciate them for not fucking.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
I
a
don't
lot.
have contact with them or anything like, but like as a young kid, like I made a foolish decision. They gave me all the bread as
Yeah.
I wanted when I was a young kid, and like
Yeah, they didn't up it, and you're saying they did not adhere to their part of the deal.
yeah,
They gave you your
it
bread.
was,
that-
it
you
was
know what
all
I mean?
just like dissolved, and it was
You
like
just don't
Business.
know. You just don't know.
You
yeah.
know,
But
not
I
all
also
businesses
what is worth more than money is
succeed.
time. I also spent a lot of time working
Yeah.
on an
Yeah.
album where I could have been growing as an artist. So shit happens, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and you
to
learn
grow from
business
it.
skill, and you learn business skill how
Yep.
to deal
Yep.
with. Okay,
Yep.
this is how to.
Now I might not want a guy that's
Yeah.
approaching me with some money, because nowadays,
me?
now
Yeah.
now that I'm like
Fuck
kind
your
of
10
buzzing,
grand.
now,
Fuck your 10 grand.
dude, dog. Now that I'm kind of buzzing, all these
Yeah.
guys come at me with hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
weird ass
Right,
contracts,
right.
and
Yeah,
I have to get
fuck your,
ran.
like, upfront
I'm like,
money,
I did all the
baby.
work, dog. I did all the work. Like, fuck, I bet you'd want to get down with the
But
fucking
that's
show.
why they're coming at you.
That's why I love original artists.
I really think that the industry right now, the music industry right now, they don't
Keep
need
doing what
you
you're
until you don't need them.
yeah.
You
They
know?
always
And
need
it's
us.
cool 'cause
If
I
you
won't-
build-
I won't need them
If
once
you
I get
build-
mine.
If
They
you build
need
a
us.
business,
They need our original content.
at
if you
cats
build a
like
badass
Donald,
business,
Ryan
they're gonna try to
Upchurch.
buy it
Fuck
all.
them, pay me. Fuck you, pay
Yeah.
me.
Fuck you. We know you're listening.
You
Fuck
build-
you,
yeah.
pay me, pay me.
You built
Hey,
a
fuck
you,
badass
pay me,
business,
baby.
they're gonna try to buy it for pennies on the dollar.
Hey, I'll tell you what
Don't
though,
sell.
Interscope or Empire come with that check though, I'll fuck with them.
Hey,
Right?
hey,
Say-
show me the money. Yeah, show me the money.
Hey,
but,
somebody wants to
yeah.
buy the podcast for.
Hey, Jimmy I.O.
Right,
buying.
right.
I know you're watching.
But
Jimmy I.O.
all
buying,
jokes
yeah.
aside, like it is when I'm doing original content and working hard for you, baby. Fuck you, pay me, baby.
Yeah.
Like
Once you're
real.
popping, already the hard work's done. It's like fuck it. Unless
Like, you
you're
don't
like
have to
Joe
promote
Rogan, where
me.
it's
If
ungodly.
You
you
don't
built-
have to promote me now. Go.
If you
get
built your
fucked, you
business
know?
right, they're buying the business.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, they're
you
buying
built
your
your
brand.
thing right,
They're buying
they
your brand.
buying that whole thing.
And if you built your
And
shit
that's what
right,
we
you
gotta
know how
work
it works, so you already know the distributors.
That's right.
The fucking
They
other
don't
people.
fucking need you.
I watch
because
this
you don't
guy-
need them.
This guy I don't really like as much a rapper. His name's Russ, and he be dropping game.
Hey, he's not
like,
an idiot,
like,
though.
He's like, so I got the deal.
At all.
Yeah, he's
At
not an idiot at
all.
all. He be
Yeah.
dropping the game,
And
and
he's
it goes
got- and
over
he's-
his head because he's like, I heard everybody that I
And
knew
as
that
a
did
current
all this
and
shit.
as a current hip hop artist, he's a top 10 current hip hop
bro,
artist.
that he's a
He ain't shit. He
he's
ain't
an
anybody in
animal.
Jacob.
Yep.
He ain't nobody in Dreamville's court. But,
Yeah, but
Russ
guys
is
fuck-
right
But
there.
he's doing.
Russ is a bad motherfucker.
He's doing.
Shit, I got a bunch of shit on my shit. He's a bad motherfucker.
And he been dropping
And
for
he's
the last 12
independent.
years.
All his money. All his
because he built
money.
that back catalog.
He said
Right.
no to so many fucking people. I saw him. He was here at the Hartman Arena like 2.5 years ago here in our town, and like they barely promoted the show. They did it by himself, but I went because I know who he is. I know who Russ
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Shit, like he's got so many cuts. Like if anybody really listens to real new music, like Russ's shit is hit. He's got like 3 new albums that's come out in the last 5 years.
Right.
So like a lot of people don't realize that like he's doing original content all the time, like Dreamville is.
Yeah, that's
But,
he been dropping more like Instagram shit. I'm like, "Pfft, this guy knows. He's a
He knows
hustler.
exactly
He's a fucking hustler, bro.
what-
He's a
Well,
Puerto
that's-
Rican
that's-
genius.
Bro,
That's
he's
what's
just
real.
a hustler, and that's what it is with his rap shit. Is about being a hustler, like you know what I mean. That's why.
No, it's
you see-
it's not even that. It's
but
content.
that's why you see so many like
It's
drug dealers,
content.
transit. It's a hustler business.
Yeah.
If you ain't a
All
hustler,
day.
it
yeah,
ain't gonna
hustlers
work for you.
You're right. You're right.
All
Okay.
day.
So it's like it's a small business incentive, like how small business people.
But you gotta be a
hustlers
super
work.
hustler. You gotta be a You can't be
You're right.
no
You're right.
bakery. You can't. You gotta be a super
You're saying
hustler.
the same shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You're saying the same shit. You gotta hustle.
That's what I mean.
You gotta go.
That's what I mean. If
Content gotta come out like one
Yeah.
or two,
Rapper,
three
you
times a week. man.
superhero. Rapper, you superhero.
You gotta
Fucking
run that
comedian.
shit.
All that shit all at once.
You gotta run
Well,
shit 3
again,
times a
what
week,
I,
man.
what
You
I
gotta
say
go.
to a lot of artists, like, is exactly what you're saying. If you're not willing to over pimp your brand, and you're not, and at the end of the day, if you're not excited about your brand, why the fuck should I be?
If
Facts.
you ain't selling it,
Yep.
who's buying?
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
rappers don't even tell you they rap, and I'm like, bro, how you play a show and you ain't got no merch on the table? That's crazy.
Damn.
That's
That's
crazy,
it.
bro.
That's real.
What
The
you
merch
come,
is your
what
only
you, what
money.
you come here tonight for?
People who
Man.
buy.
Why you- and
Why are we talking? Do you guys need a pair of Aaron
Motherfuckers in
Nelson
the
show
way.
sunglasses?
Let's talk about that. Motherfuckers in the way. Motherfuckers in the way. Motherfuckers
Why,
in the
but
way.
why are we talking? If you need a $10 for a pair of sunglasses, we got sunglasses for you. Yeah,
All
so
right.
I was just saying. But like you're right, you're 100% right. How do you not have a merch table? How do you
You in
not?
the way. You just in the way of
It
us
blows-
rap.
it blows me when
That's
they
how I
show
feel.
up.
That's how I feel.
They don't bring like that
You're not
many
serious
people.
about your
you know,
craft.
maybe
You're not
2-3
serious
people,
about
the
your
family
business,
members.
Well, how do
and
you
then-
not promote your own shows?
Regardless, maybe it's your first time. Maybe you promoted your ass off. Maybe they just didn't show up this time, and you're
Fair.
okay. But you got people in that room that you don't know, and then after your
Yes.
set, you leave.
yes.
That blows my mind. You
That
need to
part,
stay,
that part.
and you need
Yeah,
to
how do you
shake
not-
everybody's
how do you
hand,
not
watch
network-
your-
how do you not network
and
that?
say
How do
hi.
I
That
take
was
on-
a ticket buyer right there.
How-
Or that was a
How do
person
I
that
take
would
on
come
this
to
crowd?
another show.
How do I?
How did you
how do
not
I,
double your ticket sales right there?
How do I gain new crowd?
You know what I mean?
How do I
People
gain
have-
people
How I
by
just come to your
world?
city and sell more tickets than you did?
That
Because I
is-
met
that-
everybody
that part.
last time and shook
That
their
part.
hands and fucking
That
made
part.
friends with them and was like, follow me on Facebook.
That's
and
right.
you didn't. You dipped out. And how you a local artist and you didn't draw? That's crazy, bro.
That's what
so
I'm trying
I
to
feel
talk
bad for a lot of these local promoters at the same time because like they trying to put these artists on, these local kids on, but they don't even want it themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't care, why should I care?
That part.
Yeah.
If you don't care, why? If you ain't hustling for your brand, why the fuck should I give a
Motherfuckers
half a
is in
second
the
of my
way, bro.
attention? You hustling for your brand. You working hard for your man. You working hard for your friend. We working hard for this motherfucking podcast. If you ain't working hard for your fucking shit, I ain't got time for it. If you ain't gonna show me a little bit of why I'm here, why you here, then get fucking kick
I've
rocks.
sold merch in the rain at one of these events with my feet bleeding in my boots because that's where we're at.
That's
We never
what I'm
gonna
talking-
talk
that's
about
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
the
though.
merch table,
Right.
like
Blood,
that.
That's that
tears,
real
like-
part of that.
right?
That's the fucking
So-
boots on the ground.
So while we're here,
Boots on the ground.
what
Boots
do you
on the
guys
ground.
pimp all your brands? Tell everybody.
Yeah.
BlakeBanks.com.
Tell everybody where we can meet you.
BlakeBanks.com. You can find me on this new shit they made called the internet. You just type in Blake Banks into the fucking Google. All that shit is gonna pop up.
What's the
I
best
got-
one for you? What's the best
You
platform?
should subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
There we
YouTube,
go.
that's the one.
I like that YouTube. So subscribe to
I
my
like
YouTube.
that
I got
too.
a new music video out now called Hazel Road. It's about one of my favorite old beer drinking roads. If you grew up in the Midwest, packing a fucking cooler full of beer and hitting the fucking back roads, then you could probably relate to this shit.
No.
Hey,
We-
the man has amazing music. He just killed the stage here to open day one on the main stage at Damn Jam. So get with everything
Yeah.
that Blake Banks is doing. The motherfucker's killing
Hey, I
it.
appreciate y'all fucking with me for real.
Yeah.
No,
Hey man.
thanks for coming out, man.
Thanks for
I'll
coming
be
out.
here tomorrow.
I appreciate
I'll be here
it.
tomorrow.
We'll be, hey,
come back.
I'll swing by the
we'll-
teepee, dog.
We'll be here all day. Aaron Austin show ain't going nowhere. I know you got something we need to say.
Go ahead, go ahead,
no.
go ahead.
Tell him, Key.
She remembers.
BlakeBanks.com.
There it is.
Spotify, Apple
BlakeBanks.com.
Music. BlakeBanks.com. YouTube.
Get with
Check
the
us
Aaron
out.
Austin show.
Yeah.
Come. Hey, and what the?
Two dudes, Aaron and Austin, made a show.